how to be successful in healthcare. That's the plan. Okay. Right now, are you more juniors, seniors, sophomores? What's the range? Seniors? Sophomores? Juniors? Anyone else? Fresh. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Healthcare can be fun, can be difficult, can be what you make of it. I'm going to give you certain things to do to make your life easy in healthcare, even starting in high school. Okay? Any questions about that? Has anyone talked before about being a professional, being in healthcare, being a medical assistant, being a nurse, being a doctor? Anything like that before? Okay. I'm in private practice. I have an office in Upland. I've been there for 15 years as a chiropractor, as you can see. Okay. I have a plethora of videos. I do all the social media stuff myself, along with some of my help, my editor and videographer back there. A lot of it is understanding that where you are right now, using your phone, you can brand yourself in a positive or negative way. Okay, who doesn't have a cell phone? Good. Okay. This is I do a senior talk too. A lot of them like raise their hand. They don't need a cell phone. Okay, for seniors, 65 no. But for us, this is how we communicate. This is how we talk to. This is how we brand ourselves. So I know what you're doing. You know what I'm doing. Okay, all my stuff is on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, everything. The next platform, I'll be there too. Okay. A lot of it is I want my patients to see what I do, so I can educate them and brand myself and my partner too as number one chiropractors in our area, because we educate our patients. You guys ever use a phone book before? Yeah, like it's funny, right? That when I first came in practice 15 years ago, we had this big book. I don't think there's one here in existence anymore, where a lot of it was that's how you found your chiropractor, your plumber, your tutoring person, your trainer, whatever you needed out there. Okay? There was no YouTube, there was no Facebook, there was no social media. There was a World Wide Web, I think, back then, but it was very, very infant. So our job now is how do you use your phones as a way to educate yourself, brand yourself, and also learn what you can to make yourself a better person, a better student, and eventually a better person in healthcare. Okay? Do you understand what happens, what difference between reputation and character? Difference? Who knows? Who's going to be the volunteer like to do this and raise your hand like this? Anybody? What's your reputation? What's your rep? I'm sorry, go ahead. Good, so your reputation is how people think of you, right? Okay. The character, what do you think character is? Character. How's that different? Exactly. It's what you do behind closed doors. Someone may say you don't study enough, whatever it is, and you go, I study 8 hours a day. Weekends I study 4 or 5 hours a day. I do my work not because I want someone else to see that, but I want to make sure I know for me I'm doing my job to work hard, be a good person, and serve other people. Okay? A lot of it is when we talk about healthcare, and people that are successful in there and not, a lot of it is you can get through the school, right? This is why you're here. Classes right now for you is somewhat easy compared to down the line and down the line, down the line. Okay. Anyone else, anyone played t-ball or baseball before? Any sports stuff? In correlation to that, or any type of sport that involves something that speeds up over time. For example, if you played t-ball before, even just a coach's pitch or as an infant or a small kid, the ball basically sits on a tee on top of this, right? It sits under this, and you have to hit that ball. It should be hard. Over time, if I don't mess anything up, then all of a sudden when the coach starts tossing the ball to hit the ball, over time, when this other player starts pitching the ball to you at maybe 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, so it lobs over, and it gets faster and faster and faster. Who watched the World Series last couple weeks ago? All right, okay, go Dodgers next time, maybe. Okay, that ball's going about 90 miles an hour, between 90 and 102 miles an hour. That's pretty fast. But if you grew up playing t-ball, a coach's pitch, then a little bit of baseball and faster, your mind and body got used to that faster pitch. So realize you're at the probably coach's pitch in school. Things are moving a little bit faster than it was last year probably, and you're getting more class, a little bit more difficult information, but it's still not going to be at a higher pace yet. But when you do well now, getting A's and B's, hopefully just A's, and over time taking AP classes, so it's harder and harder, you're setting yourself up now, successful later. you transition to a college level courses in healthcare, for example, you may have A's now, you may drop down to B's and C's and go, what the heck happened? Because you went from this pace to a lot faster pace. And world-class teachers sometimes that are PhDs or doctorates, and they want you to learn at their level, they don't care where you are. They don't care, hey Johnny, what's going on? I know it's tough right now, but you'll be okay. They go, hey, here's my pace, if you like it. If not, go to the class somewhere else. So that's why when you get to college level, sometimes there's a 23% dropout rate the first semester because you're not ready for them. By taking AP courses, by volunteering, by asking questions, going shadow students at different levels and asking questions, you're getting information out there. The reason I say that, now's the best time to make sure you're ready for the next level. How many people work here right now? Work part-time? Good for you, good. Okay, how many people pay your own bills? Electricity bill, rent, gas bill, phone bill, nothing like that? Okay, now's the best time to go and volunteer, go and intern, go and do other things, even if you're working part-time, okay, to go and figure out what you want to do. Okay, this is a classroom, right? You learn by books, by videos, by looking at things and learning that way, getting a decent understanding. Until you experience something, you're not going to really know if that's for you or not. Okay, that makes sense? You may want to be a doctor, want to be a nurse, want to be a cardiologist, want to be a brain surgeon. I think, yeah, they're still called brain surgeons, I think. Okay? But unless you've gone into a room and go and volunteered with the front office staff, back office staff, talk to doctors, see their personality, you're not going to feel if that's for you. Some people go through school, especially colleges, and spend $100 grand on college, myself included, and sometimes drop out once they graduate with a degree and everything they've gone through because they're not happy with their career. Okay, half my class in chiropractic school back in 1,000 years ago, back in probably around 2000 or so, 2,000 years ago for you guys, is half my class dropped out before they even graduated with maybe $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in college debt, which they have to pay back. It doesn't matter, it's federal loans. Federal loans, the way they work, it's like a car loan or a house loan. You can't foreclose on, you can't say, I'm sorry, hit my credit, you're fine. They follow you everywhere, sometimes internationally. Okay, you go to France, go to Antarctica, they'll send you a bill. Okay, it doesn't matter. So because they dropped out, they're going to owe this money but have no degree after. You go to medical school, if you go to other schools too, even private, say medical assisting schools too, that money has to be paid back eventually. Sure, they'll give you a loan for 20, 30 grand. But unless you have something to show afterwards, you're wasting your time. So by going and volunteering, hence, save yourself time, that point you allow yourself to see this is what I want to do or not. Okay? Or that now's again is the best time to change if you want to change. That's freedom. Okay? The program here allows you to see different people like myself, and that's for the third or fourth time now, allows you to understand, hey look, this is my opportunity for what I want to do. I love healthcare. I love maybe the pay that comes into down the line. I have to do the work together. And I'll give you, like I said, just so far, is things you can start doing to get yourself in the door. I have interns in my office every semester, and sometimes one, sometimes two. They come in and learn the back office, front office. They shadow me with patients. Guys like this. Here's I think my intern ran out of the room for this one. She was done for the day. Okay, but it allows you to experience that doctor-patient relationship, that back in my office. Because when you're in healthcare, realize it's not just seeing a patient every day. There's paperwork to do. You're dealing with other people around you too. Sometimes if you're in private practice myself, you have to run the business side of paying the bills, of paying your tax. Especially California taxes are way up here. Make sure you cover those bills. Okay. Any questions? Who has internship before? Who has volunteered before at a hospital, at a healthcare facility, nursing home, and things like that? Anybody? Great. This is your homework. Okay. If you want to get into healthcare, number one thing, go and volunteer at a nursing home. Hour, maybe half an hour, maybe a couple times a week. Okay? Doesn't count if you're at your uncles or aunts or grandparents, great-grandparents, hanging out with them, because you know them already. Can you go and volunteer at a nursing home and go talk to a senior, someone over 65, They'll tell you their life story over and over again, because that's what they do sometimes. Okay? And sit there and you don't talk to them, but have a conversation. Not just, yeah, that sounds nice, but, oh, how was that? How'd that go for you? How's your grandkids? How's your kids? What kind of work did you do before? If you can have a conversation with a senior, that's your first step to realize you might be able to major in healthcare, besides the school stuff. School stuff, if you're here now, will be easy for you. Okay? You'll get through it. School is, at a certain point down the line, it's not, I need A's, B's, and C's, I need that now, which is phenomenal, please, grades up. But over time, you're going to realize, I just got to get to this one class to get my graduate degree, and my license. Pass the semester, we'll get my license. At that point, that's okay, but can you come out of school, get your degree, have all this money that you have to owe back, which I think I still owe some money back. At that point, enjoy what you're doing and be successful at that too. You can. But can you know now that's it for you? You may have family pushing you in this direction. You may have friends or maybe an aunt and uncle that are a doctor or nurse and they love it. But you're not going to know until you're in it if you're going to love it or not. Now's the best time because you don't have any bills. Okay? You may want to be able to scrounge money for lunch every day. If you don't have any bills to pay, to make sure you can do what you want to do. Okay, any questions about it? Talk about your phones. Everyone has their phone, right? Okay? Your phone is your best friend and your worst enemy. Your phone now, when I have interns in my office that are chiropractic school, or just the nursing program or medical school too, or other programs too, I ask them, what's on your phone? We talked about earlier, your reputation and also your character. People see that every day. To realize me as an intern supervisor and looking at doctors coming out of school now, chiropractic students for one too, I want to see what they're posting, what they're doing, and make themselves look better. And make them realize their phone helps them become a better, branded better in the community as a better doctor, a better nurse, a better medical assistant. And sure, you might work for a center, you might work for an office, but how about the next office? And next office, or that if you want to call it, that higher paying job too. Probably a very better word, but that's what I got for it. Okay? How do you get there by having a better reputation? And when you put stuff online like I do every day, basically, that shows people that I'm doing things all the time. You're learning yourself what people want to see. Right? You don't post something and get 0 likes. You're like, I'm such a loser. Right? You don't want to post that stuff. So you want to make sure you're doing things that doctors want to see, nurses want to see, your future patients want to see. Okay, I posted this video here that you saw earlier because it's funny. Okay, I've had probably, 148 views since Friday or something like that. A lot of it is I have people commenting on not just YouTube, but on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Vero. If you guys use Vero, it's more of a newer, it's a new social media platform. It's Twitter too. Okay, so how do I get people to see that? By getting people to understand I'm here to educate them. As a chiropractor, and as someone who's a doctor, there's 3 doctors, right? In the U.S. type doctors, what are they? Medical doctor, right? Who's the other one? Anybody? What's that? Actually, that's a subset. Osteopath and a chiropractor. We're 3 licensed type of doctors in the U.S. that we don't prescribe medication. We can do other things that allow some people like veterinarians or dentists or orthodontists or eye doctors can't do. And we're able to diagnose almost anything out there. I won't treat heart disease for heart problems. I can tell someone, hey, go see your cardiologist, you probably have a problem with your heart. So my job is to make sure I know everything. When I take the state boards myself as a chiropractor, take 4 state boards, I me for anything I can do. I can diagnose them. Okay? People that are told they can diagnose have to go through 2 other doctors. Any questions about it? Okay. So, your homework, if you want to be successful in a healthcare field, is find somewhere to volunteer. Okay? Nursing homes are phenomenal. There's probably 1,000 within probably 100 or 10 miles of here. Go and volunteer. Who has someone in healthcare now that they know? Aunt, uncle, family member, friend. Good. Can you go and volunteer for an hour a week? Just go help out. Whatever works. Can you find someone that they know that they can send you to that point and go and volunteer at their office just to go help out? Sometimes the best thing is to go, I just want to help with your paperwork. I just want to volunteer. And you may realize when you go and ask someone for help like that, you're going to get a lot of no's. Sometimes doctors are too busy, the staff are too grouchy, you don't want to go there. Okay, if they say no off the bat, no, we don't take volunteers, great, thanks. Call somebody else. My secret, the reason I started working on chiropractic before I got my license, which was rare back then when I started, is that it's about a 10-semester program, chiropractors. That program, at my first semester, I took the alumni list from my school, and I lived in Upland, and I said, okay, look, we talked about the phone book, right? Took my alumni list, the phone book, and go, okay, these doctors have a decent yellow page ad, I'm going to call them. Call about 10 of them, just say 10. Okay, maybe 4 or 5 answered the phone, and maybe 2 or 3 wanted me to go in there and just go talk. Okay, to realize when you ask to go and volunteer in a nursing home too, wherever it might be, they may deny you. Even a hospital, they may deny you. So ask another one, ask another one. Realize part of the process of becoming a nurse, a doctor, someone in healthcare, you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to fail sometimes. That's the best part because that gets you the courage to try again. And that builds your character, like work ethic, so you become a better person and can handle that disappointment such as same thing with school. In school, sometimes you're not going to get straight A's. You get a D or an F sometimes, I'm like, what the heck happened? How do you learn from that versus blame the teacher, blame somebody else? Realize part of maturity sometimes is going through those failures to get to the success you want to get to. It's not going to be easy. If it's easy, everyone would do it. And this whole class would be filled. No. It's hard because you have to be on a Saturday, you're not playing soccer, you're not doing the band. I'll see about 3 or 4 different sports out there today, just pulling in. You're here focused on what you want to do in the future. It takes the work ethic. You realize part of what you're doing, you're around people. There's something called 6 degrees of separation, 6 degrees of separation. Okay? You're the same health, the same in your sense right now, grades about the same overall attitude as 6 people around you. Okay, maybe 5, I don't know, something like that. Okay, so if you're around losers, what's going to happen? You're going to be a loser. You want to be a loser? Neither. So how do we hang around people that, like yourselves, are going to go study on a Saturday night when there's a big football game going on? Okay, or a big basketball game, or a Dodger game. Dang, but I did study that day. Okay, how do we hang around people that are going to be people like me that wants to see at the next level, not just worried about right now? We're going to work the extra energy. People at that point get your body to that point, your mindset, so you keep yourselves motivated together versus someone who doesn't want to get there. Any questions about that? Sound like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Yes, because it's not easy. I remember studying the Barnes & Noble and Rand show when I was in chiropractic school. By myself, they'd open the door at 9, I'd show up at 9 with my books, hit a desk, put my stuff down, get a cup of coffee, study till about noon, 1 o'clock, grab lunch, leave my stuff there, come back till 9 o'clock at night. Open 9 to 9, I think still, right? I don't know. You know, that was my study spot. All my friends were out playing golf, watching TV, hanging out with other friends too. I had to study, sorry. But my goal was, can I be successful later on, or what I'm doing now? Can you invest the time, energy, and the sometimes isolation to do what you want to do in the future? And that's why you need people around you, support you to do that. If it's not your family, it has to be your friends. If it's not your friends, find a teacher, find someone you can work with, mentor under, become part of your support group. You know what a mentor is? What is a mentor, sir? Good answer. You're honest, right? Okay. A mentor allows you to, they've been there before. They know what that experience is like. Emotional, mental, physical, financial, whatever it might be. They can help guide you so you don't reinvent the wheel to do all the mistakes they probably did. At that point, it saves you a lot more energy and time and sometimes finances too. So finding a mentor, someone older than yourself, usually, that allows you to get through that process, allows you to understand how do I get there at a faster pace, efficiently, without having to burn everything around me. Okay, so I don't beat myself up. Someone gave you you take biology right now? Biology, science? Okay. Someone gave you, hey, here's finals coming up. Here's everything you need to know. It's not the answer, Zach, but here's everything you know. That's all you need to know about the other stuff. Would you want that that cheat sheet? I would, right? That's what mentors do. They give you the path, the easier path to get where you want to get. You gotta be able to work with them too. Best way to find a mentor is through your school right now, maybe friends and family, okay? The best thing to do is take them out to lunch. Borrow $30 from your parents, that's gonna be your best, say, hour to pick their brain. That when you have an audience with them, they can't leave until you pay the bill. They may even expect to pay the bill, but once you pay the bill, they're like, that's amazing. But they're not gonna leave until that bill is paid. So you have an audience with them for that hour-ish to make sure you pick their brain, whatever you want to talk about. So you don't reinvent the wheel. Right. Any questions? Nothing? Are we okay on time?
Okay.
Good. How long do we have?
We have about 20.
Perfect. Okay, my next one's going to be a quick story. I'm going to show you a quick video here. When my intern, she came in, Darlene, I've done this a couple times, so she's okay with something. She came in, the first time she came in, very quiet, and even cried on me the first couple of days. I'm like, what is your problem? So I can pull her up real quick. I think she's a interview, or she might be, let's see if I can find her. So a lot of it is when I have interns in my office, which I hope you guys do too, might be testimonials. Let's see it.
Okay, this is Paul. You keep it along with it.
Get down here too. Is a lot of it is how do you learn in an office how they work their system, so you can learn exactly how things work for you. Okay, here's her interview there. I wonder how to what now. No. Where'd she go? Here's actually one too. Here's one of the interns that just finished last spring. What she got out of it.
This is not really simply a quick intro to the expert intern who's turned pro, which is where she's here for about probably 2 months. In the 3-month period, my goal is to have you here, shadow doctor, back office, in office, if you want to call it equipment, and also the organizations to speak to the experience of being in a doctor's office, not just being at work, doing little things like that. How will the disease feel? Would it feel like you have a patient that would be there, they should talk in a second, there's on their limitations, or the x-rays, all of that, and also teach you what they think about this stuff to help out. So I walk here every Monday. We actually do a lot of pop-up things for them, and we go to school to our new program. So the kids that really help with the program that she is, understand, get out there, volunteer, go out, and learn what it is to be an office. So you talk about into the personality, also to any work to trace that she does too, she's very good at how do you think things balance out, so if you're have some experts also do some social skills that she has learned to make conversations, to understand, being caring for people, you have to be in healthcare, have to care and be empathetic for the person, empathetic. Overall, as you talk to them, people are comfortable being comfortable. Right, so we do a video with her, it's not too long, that down.
Jesse Flores, I'm high school, I'm a senior, and I'm currently taking health occupations, which is where I decided to go this route because I was kind of looking into all the different fields in the healthcare field. And I was kind of wanted to do an internship, I didn't know where, so I came here, I didn't really know what I was going to get out of this and expect, but I had a great experience here, I got a lot of hands-on experience. They use a lot of equipment that they use in the health field. And people here were great, the staff and the patients.
That's me.
And how did your personality change while you're here first and now, say,
At first, it was a little awkward to their patients, especially dealing with the neck there. Like, it's kind of awkward and quiet there. But I got learned to start a conversation.
and that's part of it too, I think, is when you talk about interning, and you might talk to school too, is getting your name out there, getting that extrovert person, so that they do it for care when you talk. not just a robot.
Right.
Anything else? Would you recommend this internship? Blue card. Thank you, Destiny.
And that's the thing is, can you find like she did to Destiny? Now it's been one day price that was last fall, so about 9 months that she's interning with me. Now she's had a second job. Now she's working, going to school full time, becoming looking at. I think she's going to Chafee, getting her classes done to become a nurse, undergraduate stuff. We're working that way too. But either it helped her understand I have to be an extra a little bit to work with other people, to be able to start a conversation, to be able to. She never laughed before. She was like just a stoic stone person. Okay, now she's able to do that because her personality changed. Because I kind of force them to throw them in the fire and go, hey, take care of it. My patients know I have interns, and their job as a patient is to get them to open up to them too. So they'll start conversations with the actual interns. So part of it is when you're in an office like this, it helps you understand how do I become a better me, so I can become a better doctor or someone in healthcare. So you guys are great students. Okay, part of being a doctor, a successful doctor or nurse or medical assistant, someone who wants for anyone in the healthcare field, is having personality, so you can have that experience over time like these to make your reputation better. Not your character, but your reputation. These things here add to your resume as work experience. When you have a deeper resume, more and more things behind your name, especially the high school kid too, allows you to look better on a college application, anything you want to do afterwards to medical school, and employment opportunities. Okay? She worked, I think, at Baker's initially, but she got the job because even though she was a senior in high school, she wanted to work part-time because I gave her a recommendation. Hey, look, phenomenal work, down the street, any questions, call me. Easy. Okay? That gave her the opportunity to get there, and now she works at Kohl's. Now she's working somewhere else too, working her way up, get more work experience, to make her work ethic better, so you can do better in school. When you're doing both, realize you're going to work hard in your class because your time is short. You can't mess around. You have no time for that. Allows you to stay focused on what you want to do. Okay? Part of what I do too, and as a new doctor initially 15 years ago, which was like a century ago for you guys, it took me time to get the experience. So I always interned, like I said before too. I started working in an office my second semester after I started chiropractic school. That gave me the experience. Once I became a full doctor, the staff already knew me. The doctor already knew me. The patients knew me too. I thought you were a doctor. No, I'm not, but now I can adjust. That can be that when I did with Mars and get him adjusted so he screamed off the table. But it allowed me to build that reputation with my patients and over time take to their office too, and that experience. So part of your education now is great. That's maybe a third of what you need when you're out in real practice. Okay? The experience you get by working in an office, an internship, and finding a mentor too to get you that allows you the other half to be successful off the bat. There's no learning curve there. Any questions at all? Okay. Let me show you one more from Darlene. She was a nightmare coming in. Nightmare. We thought she's the one who was crying before too when she first came in. Now, when she left, here's your interview. Think of someone that doesn't want to talk, is very frowny all the time, okay, and really is very negative, okay. Someone that just doesn't feel like life is, I don't know, overwhelming. This is her now after 3 months work in the office. Nice shirt, by the way.
This is technically a first actual facility that I work into.
That's the school setting, got it?
And
You just joined.
yeah, so
You're working in how do you describe these people who do this for you?
It's a lot bigger, but I did adapt to it,
Good.
and it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Good. And now you've been here for a few months. How do you think your emotional state has changed, or how you're comfortable with it?
It's still not better. I went from 10 to 1, so I'm a lot more comfortable.
Okay.
I'm a lot more comfortable.
Less anxious, more comfortable.
Less anxiety, that I'll say for sure. I got to know my coworkers, and I got to know a lot of my patients that come here frequently, and I got to learn a lot from them. I really enjoyed it.
Do you feel like you're more confident to engage directly? To be honest, because I'm a hard person to work with, so I'm not confident. But a lot of it is going to be, how do we get you and others to understand how to do it? And what seems natural through learning your kid, right? It's like, I feel exactly what I want to do. You can have it. Particularly, just you have the confidence. I think you have the confidence putting it in, then you build it up, and constantly see it really move on to even better things. Is that kind of your experience?
Yes, it was. I liked it a lot. Again, like the first time I came here, I was like, I didn't know what to do, but Dr. Joni and Taylor definitely were helping, and I just naturally calmed down by myself, and just working here almost 2 to 3 times a week, it helped.
Good. Anything else to add?
Dr. Joni's pretty cool.
Good enough. Okay. So that's her experience, right? She went from being anxious all the time, that personality, to where she is now, but it took time to learn that. So it allows you to understand that where you are now personality-wise, can you become more, not friendly, but more in terms of people like in healthcare to help other people. How do you get that again? Just to backtrack, go and volunteer. Nursing homes, family events too sometimes. Even hospitals allow you to do that too. Okay, I work with both URP in Ontario. A lot of it is even happy talk. Went to a conference about a year ago. Talked about hospitals now letting high school kids come in and intern because they want your experience, your knowledge, as your generation knows, to help them with their computers. Oh, we have things that are like this and this. And you guys don't have to tell me, we know. A desktop and a big screen that we use allow me to do more. If you want to call it more efficient things, that's what my generation, old people actually use all the time. That's what they use. So knowing what you know allows them to use their phone properly. That's when they can do their work on their phone too, or their iPad. Your benefit, because some people say, well, this younger generation doesn't know what they're doing, blah, 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 blah. That's all the time. Every generation has that. My parents, the same thing. But you guys know this thing, the phone and the computer, a lot better than the older people. That's your in to a hospital. So even a salary position too, an hourly job, get yourself in the door. Realize when you call a doctor's office, hey, do you volunteers? Like, yeah, I need help, but do you know computer stuff? Yes, I do. Can you help me with that? Great. Can you post stuff for me on YouTube? Yes, I can. Great. You're a benefit to them. Then they'll teach you everything they know. You have the best recommendation ever for it. That's how you get your brand and your reputation up, by helping them the front way, either by the back house run offs, like I have the girls do here, like Darlene, Crazy Darlene, or Destiny before too, or do you know the back office can help them with this? Because doctors don't want to do this stuff. They're focused on their patients. There's someone my age, they're like, technology. Let's go back to the phone book again. So how do you get them to understand how important this is to bring people in the door by being their back office? I got to come in, big back office. I come in a couple days ago. He does social media for New York Bagel, for about 4 different companies, corporate companies in Rancho, Ontario, and Upland, and he's 22, 23 years old. Because people don't want to do their own social media. That's his full-time job now, and he makes good money at it. What I'm saying is that if you want to be in healthcare, have a good brand for you and find your way in the door to an office, a way to volunteer, build your reputation up. Because being a student is easy. Everyone's a student, right? You have to go to school. No, whatever it is. But how do you get yourself to look better than everybody else? You have to do the work. Spend the time somewhere volunteering, finding a mentor, and doing well in school and your tests and everything else. At that point, build your reputation. Okay? Any questions, guys? Okay. So a lot, when we go back to it, is how do you work with what you're doing now? Focus on that, then from there, move on and on. Any questions? I covered everything. Seriously, no questions at all. Who wants to become a nurse? Good. Who else? Nursing is the number one growing profession out there for the next probably 7-8 years or so. Growing profession. So if you don't want to be a nurse, then you're going to go the hard way. Okay, I had a patient, she's not on here, Samantha. She was interested in me about 2 years ago. She had volunteered at a nursing home first, at a shelter, and my office last before she actually graduated from high school. She went to APU and a partial scholarship for academics. When you look at all her volunteer work, instead of doing the 4 years, because she wanted to be a nurse, 4 years of going to nursing undergrad program and then nursing school, she only had to do nursing for 2 years because she had such qualifications, saved her about 2.5 years of going to school. Became a nurse in less than 2 years. Now she is a nurse, 21, 22. So realize by doing things now, it helps you long term. You can focus on that. Like I said, I keep going back to interning and volunteering and mentoring for one too. Allows you to get that next step up at someone who's graduating with better grades, you're not happy. If someone comes to my office like Darlene wants to work for me, I'd say no way. She's crazy. At interning, I can work with her and see. But I need someone who's ready to go right away, who has the experience, office experience right away, to help me see my patients better. Most people if you come in an office, I'll realize that you have to benefit them. If you work for somebody in an office, your private office, even a hospital too, or a private setting, you have to benefit them. Can you come in knowing your stuff already, how things work, not just on paper, but also work experience? At that point, you can come in right away. At that point, be a benefit and see the benefits to you as an employee, as a nurse, as a doctor. Any questions beyond that? Let me show you one more video so you leave you guys on a good notes. This is a funny one too. I have a lot of funny patients. Amazing. Go with that. We'll leave with this one.
What's that? Good. All right, this is Paul. You came in.
Where's my adjustable ones? Where's the adjustable hairs? Here?
Good.
He's gonna get you ready, relax.
Hard to see it for you, but it might feel it.
Very fine.
Everyone's response so differently. It's crazy. Never know.
Okay.
Every time she laughs like this.
This entire section is just a little back. That's it.
See, everything's different, crazy. You have to, and part of what I do is I entertain along with educate on my videos. If you get into what I do in private practice, you have to be able to brand yourself. At that point, these videos help me do that by entertaining and educating at the same time. Okay, one technique, even though I'm old, I have all my videos, understand how I teach a lot of doctors and students how to market themselves on Instagram, Facebook, everything else too. Here's all my stuff here if you want to. At that point, learn now how to market yourself and brand yourself as someone in healthcare already. Document what you're doing. Little clips here and there. My school's going well. My things are going well. At that point, people see your progression. And as someone who wants to be able to market yourself too on social media, realize if you do it, start now, you'll learn what people want to see. You learn what works for you to make your brand better and better and better. It takes practice and work, practice and work, practice and work. In school, do you use your left side brain or right side of the brain? In school. To learn, what do you use? Left side or right side? You guys know or no? Is that said or no? Your left side is your learning side. Okay, your studying side. You put in, you put out. Your right side is creative side. So your creative side only develops when you have a strong enough left side. People say they're inspired. Yeah, they're inspired because they learned all the material beforehand. Learn everything now. Inspire yourself by getting the work in there, by doing what you're doing, and by doing it again, going back to it again too, by getting the experiences out there outside the classroom, then you become inspired to figure out what you want to do and how to become the best at that to help other people. That's why it's called healthcare, right? Okay, care for other people. Right. Anything else? Are you guys, was it entertaining for you? Did you have fun? I like the head nods. Good. Did you have any fun? Man, it was good enough, right? Not entertaining enough. Dang it, next time I'll get good. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate it. Hope you were entertained. Educate. Get the work experience. That's the key. And if I talk to interns more and more coming out to interns, get the experience out there if you can. That's what helps you guys out. Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's it.